Today, on the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Tochukwu Udobi, is asking the court to compel his uncle to pay a sum of 730,000 naira, being the balance of hire purchase deal made on a commercial bus.
All rise. Court in session. Honorable Judge Fumi Asaolu presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, this case is between Tochukwu Udobi and Franklin Mbago. That is one.
Thank you. Tochukwu.
Yes, ma'am.
You brought Franklin Mbago to court.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me know why you are here.
Your Honor, I'm here because of the bus I bought 2020 for hire purchase to him. He's my uncle.
Okay.
Yes, so I bought the bus, which was them that recommended me to buy the bus. So I bought the bus. When I bought the bus I bought it for 400. That was the money.
400,000.
400,000. It was they said it's in Nigerian use. Then I'm going to repair it. Then for it to run on hire purchase. So when I bought the bus, he looked at the issues there. I asked him, hope this engine can last. He said yes.
How did you locate the bus?
He was the one that get the bus for me.
Okay.
Everything. He's into it, so that's it. So he looked at everything. I asked him, is this engine good? 'Cause I don't know anything about it. He's the one. He has been in the business for long. So I asked him, is this engine good? He said, yes, this engine can last for at least 6 months. I said, okay, if you say so. Then what of the other issues? He then said the other one about how much they calculated. They firstly told me it was 150 to settle it. But I said, that 150, for now, I don't have it, but let me run around before 2 days. I will get back to you. Then before I could get back to them that 2 days' time, he told me that he has already fixed it, that he got money from his wife. So when they didn't tell me, I asked how much did they later use. They now told me that later, they told me 150, but later what they spent was 120 for the things they could do. Then fine, we later fixed that one. The bus gets in the road, started working. It works for about 1 month, second month. Then the third month, the second month, they didn't give me any money. Only the first month, they gave me 50,000 first. They gave me 50,000. Then the second month, nothing. Because I was thinking he will have to work for the bus to pay the money they use in repairing the bus. So
Did you agreed on that from there?
Yes. Because he's going to pay back. Then after they work, then he paid the wife. Then he told me that he has paid the wife 100,000 the next month. Then the third month, which I'm to collect again, after they settle the wife, then the boss will start running the initial money now that we agreed on. Then they start settling me good. Then the third month, I didn't receive anything. I was like, what happened? I thought you would have settled your wife. So how come nothing again? Then they just told me that bus has spoiled. I said, spoil how? He said this bus could last. He said that spoil. I said, wow. I leave them. I did not answer nobody. I just said, okay. Then I just leave the whole thing because I was running on other projects. I couldn't just face that bus alone. Then I have to work what I was doing. Then after that bus was there a year, but what we agreed was if that bus spoiled, they were to fix it. Because it was on hire purchase. The hire purchase, the person that collected that bus, we fixed that bus. That was the agreement. But they didn't fix it. Nothing. I called this bus and I know that they said they are not doing it, that they will fix it, that no money. And I said, okay, no problem. I leave that thing for that bus was there till 2021, October. September.
From when?
From that bus for 3 months. I bought that bus, was it July? Then that bus was dead. As it's run 3 months, it's spoiled. Then it was there till October 2021, that was when I now come back for it. And I said, this boss now, it has been here for long. How are we going to fix? What's the cost to fix the bus back again to shape? He said he was calculating everything. He said he's going to buy engine, like the engine for the bus, the new engine. I said, complete engine. He said, yes. I said, what other things again? Because I don't want this bus to be like this again, because it has been parked there for long. The whole tires has gone off, everything. So everything, I was like, everything, how much will it cost? He said he doesn't know for now. He has to call the market to know the price. I said, okay, call and confirm and let me know. So they called after everything. We now do. He bought engine for 250 something thousand. Everything is here, sha. He bought the engine. After the engine, they bought tires. They do the door. They paint the motor again. Everything, I just redo I renew the motor back again to shape for that motor to be on the road again. I have to spend another money. I spent over 350 something thousand again on top of the motor. Then this motor get on the road again. It now entered the road. Was it? That's October. They started now. He now paid me October, November, December. Then 2022 started, which means, and that bus is supposed to be completed in 2022. If the bus run the higher purchase finish, then we now calculate. I now come to him when we finish the whole motor for the motor to enter hand. We now started talking. Okay, this bus, how it is, what are we going to call like this now? The former initial higher purchase you took, you people spoiled it and dropped it, and I come back and repaired it. So we need to finalize how much this motor will be on the road again, because I now spent more money on it. So I can't carry that same old price for the same money I spent. Then we now agreed. He brought that bus to what we spent. So we now calculate everything to the price we bought the bus. The price we bought the bus was 400. Then the money I spent again was 354. Then he added the 354. Then I now asked him, this money, you paid me 50,000 plus 7,000 you later sent me. That's 57,000 that you gave me. Are you going to add this 57,000 to the money? He said, no, he won't add it. I said, okay. Because I just wanted to be sure of what I'm doing. He said, no, he's not going to add it. I said, okay, no more argument. Then the repair, the motor we repaired, that time, that price we repair that motor. Since I've paid the motor off, that's 120. I didn't ask for that one because of the motor worked the money and paid for itself, which is I left the bus for 700 and everything was 754. So the bus was on 700. Then I asked him, like, this bus now, what is the higher purchase price for it now that is this amount? And I said, okay, like this, I'm going to take the bus now for 1.3 million. Like the higher purchase will be on 1.3 million. And I said, okay. Then we finalized on how to pay the 1.3 million. How long is it going to take? He calculated it, the every weekly balance, like how much will he be giving me weekly? Every week, that money will be 20,000 every week. I agreed. I said, okay, no problem. Then that was it. That motor started running 2021, October, November, December. He paid me quite all right. Then 2022 started. He will pay me June. He paid me January 2022 on the 17th. Because I called him that January. It was supposed to start running. He said, at Christmas, Kinikon, all those ones. Say his New Year just started. That are they going to pay for? I said, okay, no problem. From January 17, he now started paying me for that 2022. He paid me on the 17th and he paid me January 24. That's the only twice he paid me for January in 2022. Each week, time goes by like that. Each week, February, he paid me only 2 weeks, which is supposed to be at least 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks in a month. You are supposed to pay 4 weeks, but every week you pay 2 weeks. Every month you pay 2 weeks. Every month you pay 2 weeks. March, 2 weeks. May, 2 weeks. June, 2 weeks. June, June, you paid 3 weeks. Then July you paid 2 weeks. Till August again.
3 weeks.
He paid
3 times.
July, he paid June, he paid 3 weeks. Then
August.
that was the only time he paid 3 weeks. Then
August,
he paid only 2 weeks. Look at the months different.
No,
Look at the months different.
Wait, his own record for August is even 3. Okay, go ahead anyway.
August, he paid 2 weeks. September, he paid 1 week. October, he paid 2 weeks. November, he paid 1 week. December, he paid 1 week. This is 2023. January, he paid January, June, then till March again. He paid March 9th and 22. And this thing is that he started paying 20,000. From 20,000, he shot it to 15,000. I didn't complain. I left it because of he's my uncle. So I can't go to him and say, why are you shorting this? I understand. He told me that this motor has fault, that he's still managing to pay me, but he's trying to fix it, that he will, once he repaired the motor fully, the motor will start working fine, and he will start paying me back the normal balance. From 15,000, he went to 10,000. Then since March till now, nothing.
How much what was the total sum he has paid so far?
The total sum he has paid me is 570. But he told me that it's more than 570, that it's 590 something. I said, how come you pay me 590 something thousand? What I have in record is 570. You can't pay me something and I will say you didn't pay me. I said, okay.
All, reconcile this. This is what you submitted. Be fast about it.
Okay,
so be checking them from 17.1. So you'll be reconciling it with your own. So you know where that difference of, I think, 25,000 comes in.
9th of March.
Yes, 9th of March, 10,000.
10,000. Then 22nd of March.
Yes, 10,000.
Okay. I think this is only 2 difference.
The 15 and 5.
Yes.
And this 5.
Okay.
That's 25. So 570, 595. So that's where the 25,000 comes in. So I would love to see evidence of 3 payments. 23rd February 2022. You claim to have paid 5,000 naira. He said he didn't see that. Then 7th March 2022, the payment of that day. And 17.8. That's where I got that 25,000, because we are talking about 570.
Yes,
we are talking about 595. So that's 25,000 naira difference. So those are the 3
yes, ma, but
payments
this
that can be reconciled.
This is not the main issues I wanted here. What I wanted here is that he should just pay me my money. Because the way he's paying me that money, I didn't use the money for anything. That boss wasn't useful for anything. I just wasted that money.
The plaintiff, Tochukwu Udobi, claims his uncle has been taking advantage of their relationship and has not been upright with the agreement they have on a commercial bus he sold to him on hire purchase. He is asking for the immediate payment of 730,000 naira balance. The defendant, Franklin Mbagu, stated that Tochukwu is like a son to him and there is no intention to cheat him in the business deal. However, he claims that the bus on hire purchase has been out of service and there is no money to repair it. Judge Fumi wades into this matter.
Okay, let him speak. Let me hear from him.
I am delighted to speak to you face to face, because I used to watch you on Facebook. Thank you. This is my senior sister's son. I can equally call him my son.
Then, you know what?
Yeah,
I'd like you to go direct to the
Okay,
issue
let me
of
go
that.
direct.
Why we're here today is about the car issue.
Okay.
And that's what I wanted to address.
Okay. He transferred 400,000 to my wife and said that we should buy a bus. I even suggest to my wife that what that 400,000 would do is to buy the bus, but he cannot do the repair because it's fairly used. So
You informed your wife that. Did you tell him to?
everything I'm doing with
Okay.
him, he knows.
All right.
Then he sent 400,000 to my wife's account, UBA account. I got the bus, 380. The person that linked me to where they will get the bus collected 20,000, which I explained to him. That is 400,000. Then after buying the bus, I asked him, we have buy the bus. See what and what and what they will do on the bus first. He said, how much? I said, it will take almost 120,000. Then he said that he don't have any other money. I said, that was why I said, if you cannot do the thing, no need of going into it. So my wife volunteered and said, you will borrow him the 120,000. Let's help him and put the motor in order. So he asked me of the engine. I said, this is fairly used engine. You don't trust it. But by my own view, it may last 6 months. It may not last 6 months, but it's not Tokumbo. Even Tokumbo, I can go and buy it tomorrow. Tomorrow, he has a fault. So he said, okay. Then I repaired the motor. I told him everything. Then after repairing the motor, he came to the workshop and saw the motor. Then he came to the house and said, how will he do this thing, the business, because I have not do it before. I said, okay, if I leave you in the hands of drivers, so many of them are Maradona. Some of them now carry this bus, then run it from morning to midnight and return 3,000 to you. The following day, they will tell you, so it could bring that 3,000.
There will be problems. So what did you advise him?
So I advised him that it will be okay on hire purchase so that you will be free from calls and other things. He said, okay. He asked me how much. I said, you bought so amount, and they have put in almost 120. Being the fairly used is good for 850. He said, okay. He said, how are we going to do it? I said, leave it in my hand. I will monitor it for you. Then he asked me, how much will be the weekly return? I said, it will be 15,000 as of that time. Then the motor entered the road. The first 100,000 the motor made, I called him. I said, see, I have gotten 100,000 from the motor. Then I will give to my wife for the money he borrowed you. He said, okay. I sent the money to my wife. The second money was 50,000. The date and the day I gave him the money is here. It's 50,000. I sent it to him. The third money was 7,000. I sent it before the motor packed up. Then he called me. I told him that the motor spoiled, that is engine issue. He said, okay. So the motor stayed at least 6 months. He's saying 350. It's not 350. He brought 360,000 because I'm calculating it. He brought 360,000. I went and bought engine, 240. Then with other...
Please, when I'm sending you that money, I didn't send you the money fully. I firstly sent 2 something when you bought the engine. Then I come again, I paid another money. Because you were just giving me then we pay Penta differently. I didn't send the whole money once.
I didn't put mouth. I just kept quiet. So I he sent all the money calculated was 360,000. Both
By installment.
yes.
Okay.
It didn't
That's what
come
you're trying
together,
to
but
say.
Yes, now he's giving me
everything came. But all the money he gave to me is 360,000.
Okay.
Then
That was what I calculated already.
he said 350.
354.
Well,
That
I
was what I
lied
paid.
because of
No problem about that. Go ahead.
So he came to my house and said, now he has put money into the motor. How is the arrangement? Will it still be the same 850? I said, no, it can't be. You bought motor for.
So you agreed on 1.3 million.
We agreed on 1.3 million.
So what happened thereafter?
So what happened there is that I was giving him money until I gave him up to the tune of 360 before this motor now spoiled again. He came to the house.
What was the agreement?
He said 1.3 million.
No. The motor was like, it was on hire purchase. As soon as it's spoiled, they are the one to fix it.
Is that your agreement?
That was the agreement.
Just wait, is that your agreement?
Madam, that was
It's on hire
that
purchase.
is any motor that is on the hire purchase is when the owner releases it to the rider or the driver or whosoever. Anything that spoiled there will be on the head of the person driving it on my own side.
Okay.
So it was 360,000. Everything was 360,000. I calculated it. I said the motor now will be good for 1.3 million.
We've passed that. You already mentioned
Yeah.
that.
So
you agreed on
that 1.3 million. He asked me how much will be the instrumental. That is weekly return. I said weekly return now will be 20,000 every week, which I was giving to him until the motor spoiled. When the motor spoiled, I called him. I said, this motor has issue. So
He didn't call me. Each time I want payment, like this motor is supposed to be paid, the agreement was every Monday there will be payments for this motor. And normally I asked outsider, like this hire purchase, how do they pay? Like once it's 12, they paid the money. Once it's 12 in a day, every Monday.
12 noon.
12 noon. That's how they pay hire purchase.
But anyway.
Then he doesn't pay. I will have to call.
But he pays every Monday.
No. He might pay Tuesday, Wednesday.
But
So
he was paying every week.
he was not paying every week.
Mommy, the
whole
record
it
is
here now. The whole thing is here. You can't lie to me now.
It's different from what you gave me here.
it's the same.
Leave this thing
See
that
it.
is-
I'll
that is
give it
doing
to
It's
me.
the same thing. Is it the same thing?
It's the same thing
No,
there.
my
If
money.
the same thing, you don't have to bring that. Because with this, what I have here, even for February...
If it was outside
Can
that-
you keep quiet?
Sorry, my
Even
honor.
for February 2022, the payment made is twice, 14.2 and 23.2.
Mommy, please hear me patiently. Don't be offended.
I gave him this bus since 2020.
Can you hold
This
on?
is 2023.
Can you hold on? Let him land.
Oh God.
So when this bus spoiled, he came to me and said he want to sell it. I said, you
So I'm
sell
not
it.
getting to that side.
No, you keep quiet. He didn't interrupt you when you were talking. Let
is
him
the
round
thing.
up. When he finished, then you have opportunity to respond. You try and interject him. Let him land.
Oh, yeah.
So
You're
Order!
not ready to let him speak.
Okay.
I'll just
Sorry,
let
ma.
you go. You
Sorry,
can go and
ma,
sort
no.
it out anywhere you like.
Sorry,
So-
my honor.
he came to me in the house, and we agreed on the 1.3. Then when I have given him 360 when this motor spoiled, I called him. I said that this motor has issue. Then he came to the house. That day my wife was in the house. Then he said he want to sell it. I want to go and rent apartment. I said, no, you to go and rent 3 or 2 bedroom apartment now is not good for you for now. Go where your father is staying before
Forget
he
all that.
travel.
Address the money. I'm
Okay.
not interested in all that. And you are beginning to bore me. Go straight to the point. You see the way he narrated this.
Okay.
Just go straight to the issue. I don't want to hear your family history. I'm not interested.
Okay,
You are not
so
here over
I told
family
him
matter.
that since this motor now spoiled, I will be giving you money, 15,000, until I fix this motor. Which from that day, the motor spoiled. I was giving him 15,000. Then the motor I was used to give him that 15,000 spoiled.
15,000 weekly, monthly, or
It's weekly. It's here.
so give him 15,000 on every
Should
week.
show you the proof
Just
of
wait.
every
Just wait.
10,000 every week.
What's your name again? Tochukwu.
Yes, ma.
You have to calm down.
Yes, ma. Sorry.
You want to preside over your case by yourself. I'm listening.
Okay. I was giving him 15,000. Later, that motor that I was used to give him the 15,000 spoiled.
You know, with the record I have here, it's not on weekly basis you were giving that 15. You use your own.
No, mom is on the weekly basis. It's here. The date is here. See the date.
I'm not mommy.
Okay.
Just your
My
honor.
Sorry.
Your honor. Not my honor, your honor.
Your honor. Sorry.
Okay.
The date is here.
Wait. Wait. What I expect you to tell the court is you omitted some payments because it's glaring here. We both have the record. Probably tell me reason why you could not and tell me how you are going to make up for it. So let's go direct to the point. You have some payment to make to him. You have the outstanding balance. How do you want to make these payments to him?
Business transaction with a family member can be a bit frustrating sometimes. This matter continues to unfold as Judge Fumi cross-examines both parties in the next episode.
If your baby daddy is denying paternity of the child to avoid upkeep, or you suspect misattributed paternity situations, submit your case online at www.thejusticescourt.com for a prompt resolution of the matter.